South Aussie with Cosi.
Welcome back, folks. Hey, how many international students do you think we've got studying right here in Adelaide? What do you reckon it is? 5,000? 10,000? No, you're way wrong. It's 40,000 international students that have chose South Australia to do their study. This building is Study Adelaide, and it's the HQ for not only promoting South Australia as a destination for international students to actually come and study, but once they're here, it also looks after them and points them in the right direction about how to go about enjoying this beautiful state of South Australia. So we know the international students have loads of fun here in SA, but what's in it for us?
Australia is the third most popular destination in the world for international students after the US and the UK. And Adelaide actually does really well because international education is the state's largest export, valued at over $2 billion. It's bigger than wine, copper and meat exports.
Hang on, hold on a second, Karen. Adelaide, did you hear that? International students are the top export earner for South Australia, valued at over $2 billion, and that's bigger than the wine export, copper, or meat. So how many international students are we lucky enough to have?
So in Adelaide, we normally have around 40,000 students, and they're coming from 130 countries around the world. So international students are really important for everyone in South Australia. In fact, every 3 students creates 1 job here because our students are out spending their money in our supermarkets and our restaurants. Every time you see students out and about in the city, they're actually generating jobs for South Australians.
Yeah, so that's the deal. International students are so important to everybody in South Australia. So I've come up with an idea. I thought, given that I've got a travel show showing people around South Australia, I should show some international students around. So guys, welcome. I am basically your tour guide for the next day. You right for that?
Yeah.
Well, let's go. Now, I don't have my driver's license, but I'm sure everything will be fine.
After you.
You guys seen the movie Wolf Creek? No, it's a good one. There's a very good reason why this is stop number 1, where I want to show these guys here. This is Handoff. It's easy to see why Handoff attracts over 1 million tourists every single year. The main street of Handoff is just full of places that you've got to see. But one place I got to show these guys is the Handoff Inn. It was built back in 1860. Steve, you're not listening.
1863.
63. So let's go and check it out. Oh, it's this way, guys. Ah, just kidding you.
Well, Handoff is one of the oldest German settlements of Australia. So established in 1839, Handoff is located only a 25-minute drive up the freeway. What we do here at the Handoff Inn is give everyone a beautiful cultural food and beverage experience. As we know, the generation now at the moment all using social media and the devices. So here at the Handoff Inn, we create some of our concepts that are really photogenic.
The Handoff Inn have been really clever about using social media to market their business. They've even used international students to their advantage. They've employed 3 to help grow their business, and the results have been super.
Since then, we've had sales increased by 35%, and our staff numbers have gone from 35 up to 65. We wouldn't be able to achieve this without international students studying in Adelaide. I see them like little mini ambassadors. They go into the regions, they experience our products, and then they share it with their families. And when their families do come to South Australia, they spend big dollars.
Yeah, so anyway, I didn't care that there was 2 great white sharks. I just thought, bang, straight into them. And you save another surfer, you know what I mean? Oh, hi guys. Now, given that you guys are international students studying in Adelaide, you need to be aware of this product here. It is Milo, yes, spot on. Milo is very close. Milo is fantastic, and here at the Handoff Inn, they make it into Milo-tini, like a martini made out of Milo. Riley here from the Handoff Inn has prepared us one. Ray from China, you can be our taste tester.
Hey guys, I've got the Milo-tini.
There it is.
Enjoy guys. Thank you. No worries.
Here we go, the taste test.
Pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
It's made of kangaroo's blood, and you can actually taste it. Yeah.
Wow. Is it?
No, just joking.
Full of blood. I only know about Milo after I come to Australia, and it's really popular here, and I really like the taste.
So in addition to the quality education we have here, Australians are known for their friendliness and being welcome, and Adelaide does really well in this aspect. In fact, the students tell us all the time that they love the friendly locals here, they love our clean and safe environment, and in fact they reference things like the bus drivers saying hello and welcoming them on the bus. So, you know, a big shout out and thank you to the bus drivers of Adelaide for making our students feel so welcome here.
Otto's Bakery is just up the road, and they're also another business that benefits from the high number of international students that are basically becoming live-in tourists in Adelaide.
We see lots of international students come up here. It's good for us because it means that we can put on more staff. Great for the economy.
Oh, I love that because it's so many choices, and I don't know what to choose because I love to eat them all.
Oh, it was so good. What was that we ate today? A vanilla slice.
You can't come to Otto's Bakery without trying the vanilla slice. Really popular and has won awards at the Royal Show.
Great, and finally, the young fella's got glasses on without lenses. Why so?
I think it's a fashion statement.
That is so cute. Hey, grab your phone or iPad and suss out this website. It gives you loads more information about the international students here in South Australia. Stick around, my friends. In a couple of minutes, I'm taking some of the students for a drive on Silver Sands Beach for the very first time in their lives. If your car was going to get bogged, you know what bogged is?
What's that?
Bogged is when you get stuck in the sand.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
we don't want to happen. We are literally staying here.
We'll stay here. And as the tide comes in, I'll be saying, why did I let you drive?
Sound pausing with Cosi. Sound pausing with Cosi.
Hi, I'm Ray from Anshan, China, and I'm studying social work at Flinders Uni. Thank you, South Australia, for having me.
Hi, I'm Hiranya Mani and I'm from India. Thank you, South Australia, for being so supportive.
G'day, South Australia. My name's Steve from Nairobi, Kenya, and I'm studying electrical engineering. I've been here for about 4 years, having a ball.
This place, Port Wollonga, Aldinga Beach, Silver Sands, and Selix Beach, is second to none. And on a day like today, there's hardly anyone here. I've brought these guys down here for a very special reason. These guys are international students studying right here in Adelaide. They are critically important to the state's economy. And in fact, we've got 40,000 international students. We give them a good education, yeah, but what these guys give us back as a state is worth a whole lot more. Basically, it's like having 40,000 tourists in your city for an extended period of time. These guys are travelling all over the state, spending money, creating jobs and stimulating our economy. So I'm very grateful that these guys are here. So I've decided to take them out for the day and show them some places that have got to be on their to visit list right here in South Australia.
There are over 40,000 international students enrolled to study in South Australia. And in fact, international education is the state's largest export sector, valued at over $2 billion. South Australia should be really proud of the quality education that we have on offer here. So it's a combination of both the education, but also the lifestyle and the welcoming community that makes Adelaide so attractive to international students. They've been coming here for 50 years. So that is thousands and thousands of people who now have a really close connection with Adelaide and South Australia, and they become our lifelong ambassadors. If any of us have visited or lived or travelled to a place, we develop an affinity with it, and that's exactly what our students are doing for Adelaide and South Australia.
I would say that Australia really makes me feel very welcoming and makes me feel like I'm at home. And the people are very generous about their time.
The first few days I was here, I remember walking on the street and just random people just smiling at me and saying, "Hey, g'day, mate." I was like, "Oh, what, me?" But yeah, that was pretty good.
People here are very warm, they're very welcoming and they're very helpful. So if I have asked somebody for help, and if everybody has helped me.
When I traveled around in Adelaide, it makes me feel so peaceful and relaxed. It's the best place for study, for sure. That's why I studied here.
The international students don't just study here in South Australia, they're one of our biggest tourism sectors, with tens of thousands of them visiting the city restaurants and all the regions of SA. It's really important we look after these students, that's why I thought I'd better rip them up to one of McLaren Vale's top wineries.
Welcome to Serafino, guys. Thank you for coming for a tasting.
We're at Serafino Wines. We have a beautiful offering from a beautiful 2-chef hat restaurant to 30-room accommodation, and we also have a wonderful cellar door. We can do beautiful private tastings.
Maria from Serafino knows the value of international students.
Having internationals coming through is pretty much an asset for any business.
Many people actually in China, they are really into South Australia's wines. I'm not an expert, but I'm really enjoying the taste, yeah.
The wine that we had here was really good. I'm just going to finish the whole thing. You could really taste what the winemaker was going for. He told us that some of the wines had been put in the barrels for about 2 years and had this flavours infused in them, and you could actually taste that in the wine, which was pretty good to experience.
Serafino Winery here in McLaren Vale is set on the most beautiful block ever.
That's good.
The international students have had an absolute ball, and it's so good to hear that so many of the international students come up to areas like McLaren Vale, spending their money, and then when their family visits, they bring them up as well. So it is huge for the state's economy. Now, you could leave Serafino with this. That's your stock standard 750ml bottle of their beautiful Cab Sav. I mean, that's what you could do if you wanted to. Or you could go with the daddy of them all. What do we say it was? 16 litres? 18! 18 litres. 18 litres. That is the biggest bottle of wine I've ever seen, and it's Ridgy Ditch. So after a stay at Serafino, it was time to head back to Silver Sands. So do you want to have a drive? You want to be the driver?
Yeah, I would love to if you believe me.
I believe you. Have you ever driven on a beach before?
No, this is my first time.
Okay. You're doing great.
Wow, this feels so different. Oh, on the beach. Oh, it's so beautiful outside.
Yeah, let's just try to focus on the inside.
Yeah.
So during summer, there'll be like thousands of people all along here, and they all park their cars.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. See this here where someone's
playing here.
Yeah. That's called a donut or a doughy.
Oh.
Yeah. A doughy.
Doughy.
Do you want to do a doughy?
These people waving, hello. In Australia, you got to wave to everyone when they drive past. See, like that person's waving to you.
I love that. I do that every single time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in the country, you got to do the one finger wave where your hands on the steering wheel and just do that.
Oh, yeah, it's like...
Yeah.
Not too.
Maybe just go this way a little bit, so I'm not too close to the water.
Right.
See how you can see the sand changes,
yeah,
it looks different? So that sand is softer than this sand. Yeah, so if your car was going to get bogged, you know what bogged is?
What's that?
Bogged is when you get stuck in the sand.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
we don't want to happen.
We don't want that.
We are literally staying here.
We'll stay here. And as the tide comes in, I'll be saying, why did I let you drive? My eyes have been open to the importance of international students. They have chosen South Australia to call home to study. And as a state, we reap the benefits with over $2 billion a year because they choose to study right here with us. Economic benefits aside, I reckon all South Aussies should play their part in making the international students feel super welcome. I think where we can, we should thank them for choosing to spend their money and their time with us and ask them what it is we can do to make their stay better. Don't underestimate the value of a hello, a do you need a hand, or even a wave. You nailed it. Well done. Round of applause.
Thank you, South Australia, for having me.
We'll head around to all the towns, head away, holidays.
South Aussie with Cosi is proudly brought to you by the South Australian Tourism Commission.
South Aussie with Cosi.
I like possums.